Hello and welcome to day 12 of building a campus network. And in today's network, we're going to see how to get our topology talking to the internet. So on our gateway, if I type show IP route, shows me that I have a static route to the gateway over here. So if I try to ping the DNS of Google, let's see if it will work. And as you can see, it works. So I can talk to the internet. So I can do ping.go.com. I'm not recognize. Okay. So IP domain, look up IP name server 8.8.8. So end. And once again, ping.google.com. It should work now. So there we go. So how do we get our devices in our network to talk to the internet? I'm really having a very tough time with my core switch 2. I don't know why. I think it's run out of CPU, but hopefully we can go through. So how do we get our devices talk to the internet? So first of all, we need to configure NAT. So interface fast Ethernet 0. We specify that interface as inside IP NAT inside, and we'll wait a while for it to commence, and that's commenced. So the interface is up. It takes some seconds or minutes for it to configure the inside interface for NAT. So as we wait, let's wait for NAT to complete. Now, I wanted to talk about this. The reason why I'm getting this problem with core switch 2 is because these routers, these images uses a lot of CPU, and my computer is running out. My virtual computer, my GNS3 VM, is running out of CPU. I think it is best if I show you. And as you can see, this is my CPU. It's around 59 because at the moment the switch hasn't performed any active duties, but the moment the switch performs active duties, the CPU will spike up. As you can see over here, these are the images for my 2 core switches, but all the same we move, so we can do more. So back on right, so now as you can see, I'm still having problems with core switch 2. I remove, no problem. So on core switch, on my gateway, I did freeze. Okay, it's still configuring NAT inside NAT. Yes, and it's not, and now it's done. So exit. So interface fast Ethernet 0. I specify that interface as outside and end. So one thing you have to do next is to configure the NAT rule. So IP config T, IP NAT inside source list 1, and we specify the interface which will be pointing to the internet interface fast 01 F01 overload. So overload will overload all the traffic from our local network to the gateway. And now we need to specify an access list. So access list 1 permit any. So now it's time to test if our devices in our respective VLAN can talk to the internet. So let's try to ping the DNS of Google, unreachable. Okay, unreachable. Okay, I understand. When the traffic gets to core switch 1 and core switch 2, it has no gateway. It doesn't know where the traffic is going. So therefore, we need to configure a static route to our default gateway, because our gateway and these core switches all rely on the same native VLAN or the same network. So back on core switch 1 config T, IP route anything to any destination with any subnet mask via our default gateway 253 exit. And so same applies to call switch 2. So configure a static route, IP route, anything going anywhere to any mask, and our default gateway will be 253. And now we are good to go. So let's try the ping from PC1 once again. And now you see we are talking to the DNS of Google from our local network all the way to the internet. So what I can do is I can ping the URL of google.com. Couldn't resolve. Why? Show IP. So we have a DNS set, so why can't it ping on google.com? Okay, so let me ping www.google.com, and as you can see we are talking to google.com. We can do more. What else can we do? We can ping facebook.com, and as you can see we are talking to Facebook. So let's try to see if PC2 can ping. Of course it can, but show IP, the call switch is fucking up, but it doesn't really matter. So IP DNS 8.8.8. Right, so ping 8.8.8. and of course we can talk to the DNS of Google. So let's try to ping Google with the URL google.com, and as you can see we are able to talk to the internet from our local network. So let's get more interesting, and I can choose to add a browser to my topology so we can browse Google, but I think that wouldn't be very necessary. And as network engineers, I think you do understand how possible it is, or how what I'm doing, like talking to the DNS of Google, talking to the URL of Google. So what else? So let's try to ping cisco.com, and as you can see the IP address has been resolved. What else can we ping? youtube.com, and as you can see, can't resolve. I can see call switch 2 is back again with it has come up with this game again. So ping www.youtube.com. I don't know why, but ping youtube.com, and as you can see YouTube has been resolved. Call switch 2 is really doing its best. So thanks for watching this video, and this brings me to the end of this video. And in my next video we are going to see how to integrate a real-time firewall into our campus network. Thanks for watching this video, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.